You've probably seen the rising trend in videos like this. So today, I'm going to show you how to build an awesome online business without the hassles of Etsy, bringing you sales on your terms, and it's totally free. Let's check it out. There's been an alarming number of Etsy stores getting shut down over simple and sometimes silly things lately. I tackled this topic a couple of weeks ago with all sorts of alternatives to selling on Etsy, which I will link to at the end of this video for you if you haven't seen that yet. But in today's video, I wanted to step outside of the box and give you guys a totally different and free approach that you can use to build your online business. And this can work for lots of different product types and niches, but it's especially effective for digital products. So today, you're going to learn a simple 3-step process to build an online business for free with or without having an Etsy store on the side. So no longer are you at the mercy of Etsy's algorithm or Etsy's shutdown bots. I'm going to give you the full overview in this video today, so if you want to see me break down any of these steps deeper or in more detail, please comment down below as we go along and let me know what you want to learn more about so I can put that on my ideas list of future videos. So let's jump into step 1. So to build a small business or an online business really with any sort of digital products, including courses, tutorials, or things like that, you're first going to need a platform to sell on, or essentially a storefront of some kind. There are some great options out there like Shopify or Squarespace, but remember I said that this video was going to be thinking outside the box. And most online storefronts have monthly fees, transactions fees, sales fees, and all sorts of other things that can really start to add up cost-wise for brand new businesses who aren't really bringing in a lot of income yet. So what's my outside the box solution? You might be surprised, but it's actually Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee is totally free. You don't have to pay any sort of monthly fee to use it, and there's only a 5% flat fee when you get a sale, which means that you can build up your storefront at literally no cost. And if you don't know what you want to sell, this is a great time to mention that I have a free digital product starter guide that gives you tons of great ideas and information that can be really helpful for getting started with your own digital product store. I'll put the link to that down below in the video description with my other resources. Now, obviously, Buy Me a Coffee does have some limitations. You can't really customize the storefront. There's not a lot of things you can do in terms of branding it how you want it to be, but you can't be too picky because it is free, right? So it's a really great, simple platform to get started out on, and you can always upgrade to one of the better, more prettier platforms as you grow and as you have those sales started to build up and bring you some money. But another perk to using Buy Me a Coffee as your storefront is that you can also use it to offer free products as well, which lets you capture emails and start building up your email list for promotions and sales and things like that, which can really benefit your business in the long term. And believe it or not, sometimes people will even pay you money for your free resources, which when people told me that before I was starting this YouTube channel, I thought was kind of crazy. I thought nobody's going to willingly hand me money for something that I'm giving them for free. But surprisingly, there are generous and kind people, and especially you guys who have chosen to give me a few dollars here or there for my free resources because they bring value to you and because you want to help support my channel as it grows. If you are one of those amazing supporters, thank you so much because it really does help. So step 1 is having a storefront, which is Buy Me a Coffee. And step 2 is to start generating traffic, right? You need people to come to your store so that they can start buying things from you. But before I tell you my favorite free way to generate traffic to your store, I actually want to share a really cool app with you guys that literally revolutionized the way that I file my taxes and saves me tons of money in deductions, thanks to this amazing app called Everlance. And since it's tax season, I thought I should share it with you guys while it's fresh in my mind. So it's super easy to download. You can get it on your local app store, and it only takes a couple of minutes to set it up to automatically track all of your business related trips. You can track your expenses, you can save your receipts, and you can even classify your business expenses with a swipe and watch the tax write-offs go up. The average user finds $6,500 in tax deductions per year, and it's crazy to think of how much of that I've been missing out on. You can join the 3 million users already taking advantage of all of Everlance's features for free with my exclusive link, which I will put down below and pinned to the top of the comments section for you. So you can start this tax year off on the right track and start claiming those deductions. So go download that right now, and we're going to move on to step 2, which is building our free traffic. Let's talk about what I personally think is the best way to generate free traffic to any storefront, whether you're selling on your own platform, on Etsy, on Amazon, or wherever else you might be selling. And the best part is that it's a traffic source that continues to grow for you automatically, which means consistent traffic, consistent sales on autopilot. So you might have already figured it out, but I'm talking about Pinterest. Pinterest has an algorithm that is really similar to Google's algorithm. And what Pinterest does essentially is it takes the content of your pin and the content of the description you write in when you save your pin, and it classifies all of that to show it in relevant feeds of potential buyers. In fact, 83% of people who go on Pinterest weekly have made a purchase from Pinterest. So it's a highly converting platform. The tricky thing about Pinterest is that it needs to be built up over time. Very similar to the Etsy algorithm, which takes a few weeks to get your things sorted into Etsy searches. Pinterest is going to take some time to classify everything that you pin, and it slowly builds and builds and builds. So the most effective way to build up your Pinterest is to spend 10 to 15 minutes a day, preferably first thing in the morning, just pinning 10 to 15 things. I typically try to pin things to 2 to 3 different boards that I name something relevant to what I'm pinning. So if I was selling a coffee mug, for example, I might have a Pinterest board that says coffee mugs I love, a Pinterest board that says gifts for friends and family or gift ideas, and then a board for things I really want. And then I'm going to take my coffee mug, make it into a Pinterest pin, and pin it to all 3 of those boards, which really only takes about 5 to 15 minutes a day, depending on how fancy you get with your pins. And to make that a lot simpler, you can even use Canva to create your pins. They already have tons of beautiful Pinterest templates right in Canva's library, so you can just customize the pin, add your products, and start pinning right away. So when you create your pins, you're going to put in the link to the products on your Buy Me a Coffee page, and then people will see your pins on Pinterest, they will click it, and they will go to your Buy Me a Coffee free storefront to buy your products. And you can also do this with the free lead magnets that I mentioned earlier. You can create pins for those free products, and then people are more likely to click through to get something that's free, right? They're seeing something on Pinterest that is free, a free planner printable, for example. They click it, they go get the free version. They're now in your email address, as well as they might even take some time to browse and see what else you have in your store, which is going to include probably other free things and all of your paid products as well. So it's a great way to generate traffic, and of course, again, it's totally free. Now, to level this up even further and make this traffic really work for you on an autopilot type of system, you can use an email service for your freebies to automatically email people not only the free thing they sign up for, but also any sales, discounts, special offers that you may have. And we'll get more into that in just a second. But there are free email services that you can sign up for, like Sendinblue, which is actually now called Brevo or Brevo, and MailChimp. Me personally, I prefer to fork over the money for Flowdesk. It's really not that much. I do have an affiliate link that is 50% off down in the video description, but I actually found Flowdesk when we were starting analytics a couple of years ago. And I just fell in love with the way that it works and the beautiful templates and the simplicity of everything they offer. And they have much higher delivery rates and open rates, and I think that's because there's a whole debate about how MailChimp and Sendinblue type services don't actually deliver all of the emails. They deliver to a sample at first, and then they build from there. depending on the open rate of your emails. And I'm not exactly sure how that works. If you do know how that works, please feel free to comment down in the comments because I would love to learn more. But I know it was a whole ordeal, and Flowdesk does not have that problem. Your open rates tend to be much higher because of that. And that brings me to the third step of this process, which is actually optional, but it is game changing in terms of really driving people to your paid products and getting those sales. And that third step is going to be setting up a workflow through Flowdesk, or you can use Brevo for free. Brevo does not offer landing pages, but they do have workflows, which is the new and fancy way of saying sales funnel or email funnel. MailChimp does have landing pages and very limited workflows. I believe it is limited to about 4 steps as of right now when I'm filming this video. So essentially, my lead magnet process would go something like this. And if you want to see this in more detail, please do comment down below so I know if I should make a video specifically about my sales funnel process. But I am personally super low pressure. I hate high pressure sales. I hate feeling salesy, and I like to hope that my products speak for themselves and that the reviews I get from my products speak for themselves. So I don't have to be super sales pressury. So if you want to learn more about the salesy aspect of a email funnel, you definitely want to do some research outside of this video and really dig into how to do that, because I don't do that. But that being said, I do get great open rates, I get great conversion rates, so what I'm doing does seem to be working. So essentially, I use Canva to make my free resource. And let's say that's a downloadable PDF file. I would then add that free resource, that PDF file, to either Buy Me a Coffee or Flowdesk or both. And your free resource will really depend on what your products are and what your niche is or what services you provide. For example, you can offer a very simplified version of your product and give that away for free, or you can offer a starter piece like this Etsy store here that offers several free mock-ups if you sign up to their email list. And as you can see here, their landing page is actually from MailChimp, which you can tell by this little icon up here. But this is a really effective way to get people onto your mailing list. I've also seen digital planner stores that offer free stickers for your planner or a free one-page digital planner, and that's really enticing as well. So you want to get creative and really think of something that you can offer for free that would be valuable to potential viewers or potential buyers. And then you can make your lead magnet, probably in Canva for free. And then you're going to want to create a few different pins that you can pin on Pinterest about that free product. Next, you're going to want to set up a simple 2 to 3 email workflow or email funnel that leads people to buy your paid products, right? Because you're giving them something for free in hopes that they will find value in that and come back and buy something from you later. So there's a lot of different ways you can structure this. And of course, I said earlier that I'm really, really low pressure. I'm not very salesy, so I might not be the best example to use for structuring your email flow. But generally, the first email you send out would be something that generates interest in your store or in your products and really warm up your potential buyers. So this could be a hello email, just telling people who you are and what you sell. And it can also be helpful to include a coupon or a special offer in that email. And it can also be helpful to include a thank you coupon, like thanks for joining my list or thanks for snagging my freebie. Here's 20% off your first purchase. Now, the second email, which is optional, is going to be more of the salesy type of email. This is where you're going to want to tell people how your products solve problems or show customer reviews or highlight all of the amazing features of your products or of your services. And then the third email is the important one. It's the deal clincher. That third email is going to have a special offer or an exclusive offer that has a coupon or something that they can use specifically because they got that email. Now, If you put a discount or a coupon in your first email, you're going to want to make sure that this third email has a bigger discount or a bigger coupon so that they feel like they're actually getting something special that they didn't already get from you before. For example, the third email could include a special bundle or a bonus that comes with their purchase. And things like that can just make buying from you more enticing. People love to feel like they're getting a good deal and that they're getting value out of the things that they buy. But if you're wanting to keep things more simple, you can skip the sales workflow altogether. You don't have to send any salesy emails out at all, and you can just opt for a regular newsletter instead. So, for example, maybe a weekly or every other week newsletter that you send out to everybody on your list, just letting them know some of your new products or any sales or special promotions that you might have going on at the time. It's really up to you because this is your business and you're going to want to do what feels best and most comfortable for you. So once you have all of this established, you're going to want to continue to post pins each day so that you can really start to see that traffic building up over time. And as people are clicking on those pins and they're signing up for your freebies or they're buying your paid products, they're ending up on your email list. So your email list is also growing. And meanwhile, you have your workflows, your email flows running on the back end on autopilot, so you don't have to worry about sending those out consistently. They're already scheduled out. So, for example, on Flowdesk, I can tell Flowdesk that 3 days after they get my first email, they're going to get my second email. And maybe 4 or 5 or 6 days after my second email, they're going to get my third email. And all of this is really a multi-tiered approach, which can really be effective to capture both people who are ready to buy right now and people who need a little bit of warming up to you first, who need to trust you and know that you're a good source of information or your product is going to help really solve some problem or need that they have. And then after that initial sales flow is finished, those first 3 emails go out, you can have people go directly into your regular newsletter list and just get that weekly or bi-weekly or once a month newsletter or however you choose to send those out. So while all of this builds and all of this traffic is growing and people are coming, you can then focus on building new products, creating new items, and then creating new pins to those new items. And if you want to, you can even branch out to other social media platforms over time as well, all for an easy online business that is 100% independent of any platform shutting you down or cutting you off from your customer base. So essentially, it's an Etsy-proof business model. Woohoo! To see more great examples of how to put this type of marketing to work for you with or without an Etsy store, check out these 2 videos next.